Today I'm in Tuscany, Italy, just hanging out with nature. It's really nice to hear the birds, and there's a lot of insects here, and that brings me to today's lesson of the day. Today's video is about the reptilian brain, okay? There's a bunch of little lizards, and I think there's salamanders or geckos running around, and the reptilian part of the brain is very, very important to understand in marketing and in business, and really it's important to know your reptilian brain so that you understand what creates the decisions that you make. So the reptilian brain is this part of the brain all the way in the back of your head, and it's the oldest part of the brain. It's called the reptilian brain because it shares the same characteristics as the brain reptiles have had for 200 million years. And that part of the brain controls your emotions. Okay, it controls your emotions. So if you think about, being excited or passionate or in like love or hate or anger or frustration, it's all right there. And it's the emotional brain. It controls your emotions, and it's really important because emotions are the things that causes us to make the choices that we make. We like to think that it's all because, of our rational thought and we're all logical about the choices we make, but it's actually very often not having anything to do with logic, and we do things because of the way we feel in the moment. And that's the reptilian brain. So when you think about making decisions like buying something, it's rarely logical. You might think it's logical, but it's rarely not. Think about this, okay? All the digital products online pretty much have, money back guarantees. If it was your logical part of your brain, you would buy every single one, and you realize that if you didn't like it as much, you'd return it. But why do we not buy every single one? Because we have some fear that maybe something's gonna happen, or we feel that we are committing to something we don't really believe in, or something weird there that's making it not logical for our decision making. Even if we know something's probably good for us, there's things that hold us back, right? We don't believe in ourselves, whatever it is. So you need to market to the emotional part of the brain if you want to get people to act on buying your products or services, opting into your opt-in pages, or pretty much anything, okay? Every incentive that you create creates a feeling, and that's what creates that trigger to do something. The emotional part of the brain. And that reptilian part is also what controls our fight or flight complex, okay? So like whether we want to fight or we want to run away, right? And that's that trigger. It has no real lag. It has no real thought. It's just an emotion. It's an instinct. And it really doesn't matter if it's in reality or if it's in our mind. So the reptilian part of the brain can't really distinguish whether we're imagining it, right, or it's real. So if we're imagining fear, we're actually scared, right? It's not real when we're watching a movie, right? Or if we're, imagining all the excitement we're gonna have traveling, that's also not real, right? It's not in the moment, it's just, it's in your mind. So when people in the marketing say, imagine if you could solve your issues with, you finally feel good about yourself and confident with your weight loss and you look good and get compliments, that's the reptilian part of the brain that they're marketing to. So you want to create that image, you want to create that thought, because that provokes and evokes all the emotions that get people to want to take action. So realize that in your marketing, it's not about always being super logical and you need this because of this. It's more about getting them to understand how they're gonna feel by getting your product, solving the solution that they're after, and that's really gonna get people to act. So think about that, using the reptilian brain to your advantage and understanding that it's emotions that create action, not logic, okay? Almost always it's emotion. So you wanna have both in there. You wanna make a logical offer, but it's emotions that get people passionate. It's emotions that get people to be strong-willed, to do stuff, to get out of their comfort zone and make things happen. Think about that. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Comment below. See ya.